Because are we going to say the purpose of life is to become a basketball player or become a trucker or become a boxer? I don't believe the reason we exist is to become any one of those things. Then the question becomes, then why do we exist in the first place? What is the purpose? Now I contend life has no purpose. That's what I contend, right? And that's going to be weird for a lot of people. Yeah. But because I'm thinking to the contra-positive. Sometimes we got to see things the other way around, and we also got to get it wrapped into permutations, right? After you pray, you need to sit down and receive. See what the universe tell you. We do some coherent heart breathing. After we do some coherent heart breathing, we meditate. After we meditate, we introspect. Upon working 9 to 5, 8 hours, going to and fro work, 2 more hours, and going to sleep at least 6. That's 16 hours. That's 2/3 of 24. So we have to squeeze the last 1/3.
Welcome to my channel. This is Pretty God. I'm here with a video obviously different from any video that I've done before. This is an unintended video. This is something that I didn't plan to do. I never in a million years would have thought I would be speaking on this situation, or I would even be in this situation. So clearly you can see from the title, this video is about Michael Noak, aka Brother Polight, and his scamming endeavors, his scandals that he has involved many people in. Unfortunately, I didn't know these things until after this happened to me, and literally this just happened to me like 10 days ago. Basically, I'm gonna just say, I don't want to say I was a fan, but definitely in support of Brother Polight and everything that he represented as a man, as a black man that's conscious and so intelligent, so knowledgeable. I just would love to hear him speak, because I would just be soaking up all this information, all this knowledge, just learning so much from him. Not only on a conscious and spiritual aspect, but even in a financial aspect. For me, I felt like he was able to bridge that gap, you know, to say there is a balance between consciousness and wealth. So I was like, you know, this dude is super dope. And, you know, I was just watching him make his moves. You know, it seemed like he was just reaching new levels every time I watched him. And I'm like, I'm so inspired. What he presents to the world, he looks like he's doing big things. You know what I'm saying? If you don't dig too deep into things, you would just right off the bat believe it. And I was the person that felt like, you know, I see people say things about everybody, especially in the conscious community. It's a lot of that. We see that everywhere. So I wasn't one to want to jump on any, you know, body's bandwagon about any negativity involving that person. Like for me, I was just like, if I can take positive messages from this man and apply that to my life, or learn what I can from this man, that's what I'm gonna do. But now when it comes to the money, giving anything from yourself to somebody, investing anything from yourself into somebody else, you definitely want to do some research. You definitely need to have some background information about this person. And that's a mistake that I made. So for anybody watching this that's in support of Brother Polight, like not even just on about the money, like his whole character, like please do your research. The warning signs are there. After you've done your research and you still decide to go get scammed, that's on you. But you know, if you're game goofy, I was game goofy, and I feel like an idiot. Like I'm even in a way a little embarrassed to even speak about this, because I feel so stupid, because my intuition was telling me otherwise, and I still went along and got scammed. So I'm gonna just start off from the beginning. I've been following Brother Polight and all his work and everything like that, watching his live streams for about 9 months, I should say. For about 9 months, and about 3 or 4 months ago, I watched a live stream where he spoke about his mentorship program, and he gave out an email, brotherpolight45@gmail.com. And I was like, whoa, you know, because I had been listening to him. And for him to give out his personal email, I was kind of like, whoa, this dude's giving out his personal email. This is crazy. But this is the opportunity for me. Let me go ahead and shoot him an email. You know what I'm saying? I want to connect with him. I just got my real estate license. I'm like, you know, from what I hear, he's in real estate. The things that that he presents, like speaking about it now, is hilarious because it's all fraud. It's all fraud. Anyways, I'm like, he's into real estate. You know, we can meet up or talk, chop it up on the phone, connect and build. You know, that was my goal, like to connect with him and build, like show me the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready to learn all that I can and apply that to my life because I want to get out of, you know, poverty. I don't want to live struggling or working a 9 to 5 or anything like that. Like, I want to be able to move how I want to move as an entrepreneur. And, you know, he speaks about the streams of income, the trust funds, and all that type of stuff. So I'm like, teach me, you know, I'm ready for it. So I sent him an email, and he doesn't respond. That was 3 or 4 months ago. So I was like, whatever. Still watching his videos, still going on about my life. On December 24th of 2018, I sent him another email because I happened to be watching another one of his videos in my room, chilling, vibing, listening to one of his lives. What did he say? It was something that got me. He's like, you know, we have coaches for everything. We have a coach for this, a coach for that. But who's your coach when it comes to your money? Like, you know, I'm offering a mentorship program. You want to get off that clock. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be working for somebody else's dream. You know, invest in yourself. You know, I can show you how to make 3 streams of income, 6 streams or 9 streams. You know, he's giving that whole spiel. So I'm like, you know what? Let me shoot him another email. So I email him again. I email him that night. The next morning, I get a call. I don't answer because I don't know the number. But the message that followed said, peace. Peace, this is Brother Polight. I called to know availability in regards to the mentorship program. So at that point, I'm like, oh my God, you know, I'm juiced. I'm like, he called me. Let me call him right back. So that's what I did. I woke up. It was morning, Christmas morning. I don't celebrate Christmas or nothing, but, you know, my mind was just focused on getting there, you know, getting where I want to get in life. So I felt like he was definitely a connection for me. So I'm like, let me call him right back. So I call him. And this was the first time, because if you guys follow Brother Polight, the energy that he brings on screen was totally different from the energy that I got on the phone. On the screen, you know, when we're watching him, it's like, you know, he's just so charismatic, so, you know, like the energy is flowing from him. You could feel it. On the phone, he was robotic. He just had a blank, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, he's just like, yeah, you inquired about the mentorship program. Basically, there's 3 streams that you could do, there's 6 streams you could do, and there's 9 streams, Like, he's just giving out this information so quick, I'm not even following. But I'm like still trying to listen, like, so I'm interested in the 3 streams. And he's like, all right, that's $3,500. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't have that right now. So, I mean, hopefully I get it soon. And if I do, I'll give you a call back. You know, basically that's what I said, something like that. And he's like, all right, cool, peace. That's it. End the conversation. And I was kind of, I didn't know how to feel. Like, I was kind of bummed, like, damn, like, that was my chance and now that's gone. And then I'm like, he's just, the conversation was just so, like, it wasn't what I would expect him to be like on the phone. Or just be like, period, when I talk to him, you know? But I'm like, okay, cool. But, I mean, it's his voice. You definitely know that's him, you know? So, what was it? I think like 2 days later, I basically just asked him, like, you know, we spoke a couple of days ago. We spoke about the mentorship program for $3,500, and I'm like just letting him know, as I was meditating on manifesting this opportunity with you into fruition, I thought to ask if at any time you felt the love to possibly consider working with a sister on this. I have a fixed desire to have this opportunity with you, but also know for normal people, as a single working mother, as a single mother working a 9 to 5, the option to have $3,500 to spend at once isn't realistic. Anyways, I hope you and your beautiful fam are enjoying the end of this cycle and continue to speak life and love. Peace. So that was 1 p.m. the day after Christmas. So he calls me right back. After I sent that message, he called me probably 5 minutes later. He's like, I'm at work, so he's like, I run out to answer the call, and he's just saying, what can you afford? You know, what's good for you? We're going over prices. We end up agreeing on on $1,000. $500 I would pay when I'm ready, and then the next $500 I would pay like the following week or something like that. So I said, all right, as soon as I get the money together, I will call you and we'll get it started. So that was in December. A month later, which was January 31st, before we even got to the point where we were starting the mentorship program, he was in San Francisco, because I'm out here in the Bay Area. That's where I live. He was in San Francisco. I seen him on Instagram, so I was like, you know, I DM'd him like, oh my god, not oh my god, I'm like, oh, you in my city? And he's like, he responds to me. I can't even go to the messages because he blocked me yesterday. I'll get to that in a minute. But he's like, basically, we chopping it up back and forth real quick. He's like, take my number down. And I'm like, I already have your number. We spoke about a month ago about the mentorship program, and I sent him my number, and he texts me like, oh yeah, I remember you. He texts me right here, and he says, I remember now. Peace, sister. I will let you know when I am back out there. I'm like, okay, great. Please do. Hope you enjoyed yourself on this side. And he's like, definitely. That was on the 29th of January. So, January 31st, I'm like, ready. I'm like, oh my god, he was out here, you know, I'm ready to get something started. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to get this thing rolling. I'm really ready to start gaining this knowledge that you have and start making some money. So also the night before, I was watching another live stream of his, and at this point, you know, I had a good savings saved up. I had just been saving from every check, like literally taking 80% of my check and just putting it into my savings after bills is paid and stuff like that. I'm listening to a live stream like the night before. I text him this, and he's just saying, you know, there's no risk in life. Like, the risk that you take is working for somebody else. Like, don't have your money sitting in a savings account that's not even a savings account. He said, don't have your money sitting in the bank where you're not getting anything from it. You might as well like take that money and invest it to where you could receive something in return. And I'm thinking, like, you know what? He right, you know. I know, but I mean, it happens. It happens to the best of us. But I'm like, you know what? He's right. So the next day I'm at work, and I sent him a message. I'm like, Grand Rising Polight, I'm just about ready to make my first payment for the mentorship program. Next week I get paid and should have the last portion. How do we get this started? He calls me right away. So this is like his pattern. I sent him a text. He's like, but send your 500, your first portion, so we can at least get the ball rolling. That was his words. So I'm like, cool. So I was like, after work, I'm gonna go ahead and send you the money when I get home that night. And so I'm like, okay, so how does the mentorship program work again? Like, what exactly should I be expecting? Like, am I gonna get, you know, my money flipped and given back to me within a certain amount of time? Like, you know, I'm just trying to figure out. So he says, the same spiel that he gave me the first time we spoke about it. And he's just like, basically within 30 to 60 days, you should have a return on your money for the streams of income. You're gonna have a trust fund, you're gonna have an insurance, something about some insurance, and I don't know, I don't remember. But I'm like, all right, cool. I still barely got it, but I'm like, all right, I'll let you know when I send the money. Please, y'all, don't come at me. I know, I know, but I am trusting in this man, so I'm like, let me not think too deep into it. But I do text him right after we get off the phone. I said, along with your Cash App, can you send me a brief description of what you just told me? You deliver a lot of information very fast. So he responds, the following corresponds with 3 income stream. Coaching for 12 times a month, 3 times a week, 30 minutes at a time. 3 income stream program consists of life insurance trust to be assigned to insurance policy and knowledge thereof, tax lien knowledge and know-how, tax deed knowledge and know-how, 30 to 60 day commitment to coaching, revolving line of credit, 30 to 60 business days. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, thank you. I still don't know how exactly that works to bring me streams of income, but I'm like, he got the knowledge, he's doing it. I'm gonna learn once we get started. So I'm like, okay, thank you. So he says, send me a screenshot confirmation once you sent the money. I said, okay. I said, I'm off at 5. I'll be home around 6 tonight. Something weird happened. He sent me a message of the Cash App. This might have been God, like for real. He sent me a message of the Cash App to send it to. That message somehow got deleted. Like it erased itself out of my phone, like while I'm texting him. So I was like, what the hell? So I didn't have where to send the money to. So, but I'm like, coincidentally, my messages stopped sending to you and your last message with Cash App info deleted from my phone. So, like, my messages stopped sending to him. This is crazy. I forgot this happened. My messages stopped sending to him. I will show you on the screen. It stopped sending, and then his message deleted. So I sent that message, and he sent me again the amount and the Cash App name, and this was going to Nina Rari, who is the girl with the surgery that he posts all the time now. So I said, I'm off at 6. I'll be home around, I'm off at 5. I'll be home around 6. I go to the bank, and as I'm at the ATM, like, I'm just asking myself, are you about to do this? Like, are you sure about this? That's my intuition speaking. And I'm like telling myself it's good, like everything's okay, this is okay. I'm like really running on adrenaline because I'm just hyped up that I'm about to get started, but also I'm unsure, so I'm just trying to go with it's gonna be okay, and I'm trying to tell myself that. So I'm just going ahead and transfer the money to my checkings so that I can send it through the Cash App. So I do that. I just hurry up and do it and quiet that voice in the back of my head. I get home, I get to the Cash App as I'm like typing in the stuff, and I'm about to press send. Another voice like, are you sure you don't want to think about this a little bit? And I'm just like, it's gonna be okay. Like, he got too much to lose. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that, right? So I press send. I do it. I send the money. I send the 500, and I send him the screenshot of the 500, which I'm gonna show on the screen. Send it to the name he gave me, and that was at 5:55. So for the next hour and a half, I go work out. I don't hear anything back from him. So I text him at 7:37 because up until that point, like anything I say to him, any message I send to him, he is very prompt. He was very prompt at responding to me. and most of the time just calling me instead of even texting back. So I'm like, okay. After my workout, I hear nothing. That's like an hour and a half after I sent the money. I'm like, please confirm you got it. He said, yeah, sorry, I'm in conference. So I'm like, okay, just making sure. Cool. He's like, word. I'm like, okay. I was even thinking about that because I am a very analytical person. I know this situation makes me seem like I'm not, but I swear I'm very analytical about situations and things and feeling people's energy, like even from his energy over the phone to the type of energy I'm getting through the messages. I'm kind of like, all right, he already changing up right now. But I'm like, you know what? He was in a conference, so cool. He's a busy person, right? So it's fine. So that was on January 31st. So Friday goes by, nothing. I don't hear anything from him. Saturday comes, I don't hear anything from him all morning. So by noon, I'm like, I should have heard something by now at least. Like, you know, I mean, I should have heard something the same day. Like, okay, thanks for sending your money in. We're going to get started on this day, this time. But nothing. So 12 on Saturday, 12 in the afternoon, I'm like, greetings. When can we get started? He texts back, 5 p.m. today. That was weird to me because I'm like, so if I had never asked you when we was going to get started, would you have even scheduled anything? And now randomly there's a 5 p.m. today thing, just today, out of nowhere. So I'm like, getting a little irritated with that. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Like, why am I having to even ask you when this is your program that you're offering? Why do I got to ask you when are we starting? You know, I sent you the money. So at this point, like, you should be on top of shit. So I'm getting irritated and I'm just like, all right. That's all I'm like, all right. So this was Saturday. I was planning to take my kids to a trampoline park to enjoy the day out and do something. I was about to cancel it because I'm like, I want to be ready for the mentorship program. I want to be ready to take a call or whatever we got to do. Are we doing it over the Skype or something? You know, I don't know. So I was about to cancel it, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go and step out to the car. So I just pack up my laptop, my notebook, anything I'm thinking I'm gonna need. I'm packing it up so that I could bring it with me to the trampoline park to take the call. So I'm literally counting down to 5 o'clock. I'm counting down the minutes, like, all right, like, okay, it's 5 o'clock. I go to the car. I'm waiting. 10 minutes pass. I'm like, okay, there's nothing, whatever. I'm like, okay, he could be busy. I'm busy right now too, so I'm gonna just go in and enjoy my time with my kids. And so I go into the trampoline place, and thank you, sorry. So I go to inside the trampoline place with my kids, enjoy our time there. We're there for about an hour. After that, we go get food. So at 6:20 something, 6:22, I say, no word, ... I don't get a response. I call him when we get home, which is like the next hour. It was probably like 7 something, 8 o'clock by the time we get home. I call him, no, my call goes straight to voicemail. So I'm like, if y'all know the meme when Mr. Krabs is like, I was starting to feel like that. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But I'm still trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, let me see. I call on, I'm like, did he block me? That's what I thought. So I call on somebody else's phone, and it goes straight to voicemail. So I'm like, okay, he didn't block me, but his phone's off. Maybe something happened to him. I don't know what to think. Maybe something happened to him. He could be hurt. Maybe he went to jail. I don't know. I'm just thinking all type of stuff. So I don't know what to think at that point, but I'm starting to panic because I'm like, you're already effing up, you know, and we had something planned. At least if you had other stuff to do, you would say that, you would communicate that, but I got nothing from him. So that's when I started to do like light research. I just typed in like Brother Polight mentorship program. Like, I honestly didn't want to see stuff that would make me freak out. Like, you know, when people say don't go looking for the truth because you're going to find it. And I don't think I wanted to know the truth. So I typed in something like just Brother Polight mentorship program. I tried to stay away from words that said scam and fraud. I don't know why, but I just didn't want to freak myself out because I was starting to panic. So I did see the video with Ashley, right? And I'm like, you know, I don't really know the whole truth. I'm just hearing from, you know, one perspective or something. So I'm like, whatever. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like, this could possibly be a situation that ends like that. I don't know. But I am trying to keep myself calm through the night. Like, literally, I was stressed out that night, like so bad. I'm like, I don't want to be involved with anybody or anything that's gonna bring me, you know, this type of stress or energy or anxiety or anything like that. So I ended up texting him.
Mommy, should I press X?
The next morning, you know, I hadn't heard nothing, no calls, no messages, no anything. The next morning, this is Sunday now, at 7:54, as soon as I woke up, like, this is immediately what I did. I said, good morning, Polight. I still have not heard anything from anyone. I don't know what's going on your end, but the lack of correspondence is not sitting well with me after I have sent you my savings. At this point, I am requesting a refund. Please let me know when my funds have been returned to me. Thank you. And I put my Cash App name, and I said I've sent a request. That was at 7:54. At 10:28 hours later, he says, peace. And then he puts all these messages in separate, whatever you want to call it. He's like, one from some email. 3 emails were sent on my behalf to no availability. 2 from Raed, which is one of his wives or girlfriends or whatever. 1 from another email. He said, I was traveling. Please check your spam folder or media folder. Sorry for the inconvenience. At this point, I'm just like, I really don't care to do any further business with you because the feelings that I'm getting and the lack of communication is really stressing me out. So I'm just like, I don't even care about none of that. But I just went to check just to see, you know, just to see if he was telling the truth. I went and checked all messages, all folders, 2 or 3 times. Nothing there. I said, I have no emails from those addresses. He says, please check your media or spam. I said, I checked twice. He said, please forward your email and full name. So at that point, I'm like, how you asking for my email if you said you just sent me an email? How you asking for my full name? If, you know, like, the full name we're going to get to in a minute. But the email, how you asking for my email if you just said you sent me an email? Like, the email that he read from me was back in December. We're now in February when we're going through these messages. And so I'm like, he didn't have my email from December posted nowhere. He didn't have my email. That's information he would have had to get. Like, okay, you know, I'm sure he gets many emails a day. That right there was like, what? I was like, I would prefer to have my money returned to me. I was stressing all night with no communication from you. That gives me anxiety. I'm a young black mother seeking financial freedom, admiring your teachings. I'm anxious to connect and build, but I can't have this stress when it comes to providing for my children. So he says, I know exactly what you told me. I have the trust fund manager doing your trust. The trust cost me $1,150. I had him start for the $500 you said you could handle until you send the other $500. I sent your first 2 lessons in the following questions. Things happen. This is why I don't like to do these partial payments. So now he's trying to put it on me, right? So my question from these, I'm not asking him these because I don't really care to hear any more lies because right now he's looking real faulty to me. And he's like, I'm wondering myself, how are you having somebody start a trust fund for me if you don't even have my full name? That makes no sense. I'm just like, I appreciate you working with me. I have not been contacted by anyone on your end via email or phone. He responds, it costs me to work for you cheaper. Hearing out your black and need help situation. Money will be sent back to you tomorrow. So I'm like, this dude is really trying to like make me feel like I did something. And so I said, we've all been in a situation where we've looked towards others to guide with knowledge we are just now coming into. I appreciate you, but please don't group me with others. What would you expect one to think after communication is absent or lacking under these circumstances? And then I said, thank you. He said, you are in the group. It's all right. Nothing new. You asked that I help and start work for way less. I start the work. It costs me more than we get paid. You back out inside 48 hours. It's all love. You will get your money back. I wish you the best. I'm like, thank you. All love. Still trying to end things on a positive note. I don't want no animosity. You trying to make me feel like I did something, even though I know I didn't do nothing. Still, the psychological manipulation is there. The next night, all that day, I'm like being patient. I'm at work, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get home and check the Cash App because I can't access it on my phone. It's only on my iPad, which is at home, which stays home. So I get home, nothing. So I said, peace, Polight, when can I expect to receive my money? Nothing. An hour later, I send question marks. Nothing. The next morning, I'm like, is this how you conduct business? You fell through with the services. Now you're falling through on your word. May you please return my funds to me? He responds, please stop the paranoia. I was told we need another method of payment. Then he sends this screenshot. I'm going to put on the screen. He sends a screenshot that says there's a limit basically on the Cash App that he can't exceed. And he says, they attempted to send the money via Cash App per your request. You can wait or send alternative method. Thank you in advance. I said, it's all about communication. When you leave people to wonder what's going on, that is what happened. Let me cut myself. I said, it's all about communication. Ooh. When you leave people to wonder what's going on, then that is what happens. Paranoia, anxiety, stress, etc. Is there only one Cash App to work on your end? I'm like, I know there's other Cash Apps to go through. Like, why are you telling me one Cash App don't work? He's like, I don't deal with this stuff personally. I only teach. I saw your text, so I followed up. Sorry about that. I said, well, it seems you should, being that this is your business and I've only been coordinating with you. I am sending you a Bank of America account. So I send a Bank of America account. Not mine, because I didn't want him to have my full name and come back like, look, I'm not sending your money anymore because I did this trust fund with your name on it. So I'm like, I don't want to send him none of my information. So I sent somebody's account information. Not that he could do anything with, but send money. And there was no response from him. The next night, Tuesday night now, a whole nother day has gone by. And I'm like, what is the problem with you sending me my money? It seems I need to take further measures. No response. So at this point, like, I am really tripping out. Like, I am like having migraines all these days. Like, I'm having migraines at work. I'm super tense, super stressed out, coming home, trying to like be calm with my kids, like, checking to see if the money was sent. It's not sent. So I'm just like, trying to be normal. But I really can't, because this is messing with my spirit. Not only did I get money stolen from me, but it's like this person that I thought was freaking somebody, somebody that I admired, somebody that I looked to for guidance. For you to present yourself like this and for me to find out otherwise, like, that was really, it shook my spirit. Like I said, it shook my spirit. I sent him, I wish you could understand how this has been affecting me spiritually every day. It's worse at night when I can't stop my mind from thinking. My chest tightens. I've had migraines for the past few days. Trying to focus at work, coming home, trying to stay peaceful with my children while stressing. I'm just trying to come at a personal level, beyond all the money and shit. Like, you're affecting my spirit at this point. So I'm trying to come to him at a personal level to understand me as an individual. Like, you don't need, like, I'm trying, like, please don't do this to me. Like, please. I held you at a higher caliber than this shit that you're doing now. So I'm expecting, you know, whatever. He said, the money was deposited. It should clear by tomorrow. The anxiety you are having about something that is not even happening is the type of self-affliction that keeps us back. Listen to this. This is what kind of scared me and still gives me chills when I read it. He says, so what if I were the literal devil? Take what you can learn and continue to make forward strides. You either see the cup half full, you either see the cup half empty or half full. In fact, some don't see the cup at all. So what if I were the literal devil? Why would he say something like that? Because he is the literal devil. I believe that he is. I see that he is. To go on doing stuff like this, he's the devil. I respond, you know, because I'm like, he finally responded to me. So I'm like, all right, I hope that is the truth this time around. My anxiety is from not having proper communication with you. I don't know how or why you can't see that. In a world full of adversity, I'm always learning and pushing forward, using my consciousness to manifest. You know, this is something that he says and something that I've been inspired to, you know, practice with my daughter. Like, using our consciousness to manifest our goals. Like, I'm telling you, like, I was in deep with this dude. I know, it's crazy. I know. But I said, me and my daughter meditate on that every day. Just not at all expecting certain shit from Polight. So he said, I missed your calls because of my call forwarding. It happens. I spent money out in my own pocket to help facilitate your goals, confiding in your story. Now it will cost me, and I am also giving you back $500. I made the decision. I will live with it. Nothing. I'm like, I don't even know how to respond to that. Like, he just sent me a whole bunch of shit that, like, just to be my damn money. You know what I'm saying? So I just say, for your mishaps, it happens. For my reaction to your mishaps, no excuses. He says, once you get the $500 back, then what? He's like, you are fixated on, you don't hear me though, so I will not digress. Peace and blessings. It happens. Correct. Things happen. I wish you the best and hope everything works out for you. I hope that you manifest your goals. I said, I have bills to pay, and then I will continue to aim for freedom on all levels and get off that clock. Thank you. Peace and blessings to you all, manifesting to see that this is resolved tomorrow. That was his last message to me. And that was my response to his last message to me. You know, I'm thinking everything's all good. You know, whatever his holdup was, whatever. But, you know, I feel like we kind of had a cool little exchange in words, and that he would come through and send me my money. So, that was Tuesday. Wednesday evening, I'm like, just checked in the account upon coming home from work. There's still nothing. No response. I know I called him throughout these times that I'm sending him these messages. I let it go for some days because I'm just like, I don't even know what to think. Like, I'm kind of just like really mentally bothered by this. So I'm just trying to go about my day-to-day life, not think about it. So I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna say nothing else to him. It is what it is. You know, obviously he's not planning on sending me my money. Yesterday because I still followed him. Like, I still want to see what the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I was still following him, and he's still posting. And yesterday I just got so irritated because he posted like this video of him talking about Grammys, something about some Grammys with the girl that I sent my money to and one of his wives. And you know, they flicking it up, and I'm just like, so I sent his wife a message, Aminette. I sent her a message, and I send Brother Polight a message, and I send the Nina Rari girl a message, And then I commented on Nina Rari's picture, like, please return my money. Michael Noak told me he would be refunding me my funds. It's been a week. Could you please send me my money? And she responds with a question mark. I respond to her explaining again, you know, the situation. Send me my money back. She deletes the messages. Brother Polight, I commented on his last post of him at the Grammys with the girls that he's with. I'm like, you're just going around as if you didn't just steal $500 from me. You know what I'm saying? And from a woman at that. Like, you do not have the decency to even return me my money after I've asked you for a week to send me my money. He blocks me. He blocks me. So I'm like, wow, this is really crazy. Like, this is freaking crazy. And I'm running around at the grocery store while, you know, trying to send messages to him. I'm trying to feed my kids. I'm like, trying to stay calm. Like, oh my God, like, this fucking shit is really going on in my life right now. Like, what the hell? Like, really, what the hell? Like, I would have never guessed this would have ever happened. So, what was this? Yesterday, I just started to really just dig deep. I really started to dig deep and do some real research. And mind blown. Like, there's so much stuff out there that he has done, that he is doing. Like, he needs to be exposed. You know, I did not want to do this. I did not want to come and be another person that is trying to tear a brother down, because that's not what I'm trying to do. But somebody that's stealing from the community, somebody that's stealing from college students, stealing from single mothers, stealing from people that actually have faith in him or are trying to actually have good intentions with building with him. Like, you're going to steal from them? That's crazy. And this is just a little $500. Like, if I don't want to do the program no more, just send me my money back. But no, of course not. Of course not. Because he's a fraud. He's a scammer. Like, obviously, he needs my $500. So, I just wanted to get this out there so that this could help whoever may be thinking about doing something with him, and to help expose him further, because, you know, it seems like it's stuff every other week coming out with him, and here it is again, scamming. And I wish I had done my homework. I wish I had done my homework beforehand, but like I said, I tried to have faith in the situation. I've not heard anything from him. He's blocked me, like I said. The wife didn't block me. I'm in that, which is odd, because I mean, even a week ago, I feel like it was about a week ago, she posted on her story, things are not always as it looks from the outside in, if you guys only knew, or something like that along those lines. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Then one of them, Victoria, looked like she sniffed coke. You know, I tried to ignore that sign too, but I don't even. Anyways, follow your intuition. That's what I'm gonna have to say. Follow your intuition. Please don't ignore that voice. Follow the signs. Many of these people out here that we see doing big things in the community are actually fraud. And I was in denial for the longest. And many of that information is available to you to see. So before you go investing in anybody in the conscious community, unfortunately, it is in the conscious community, do your homework. Expose his ass and bring him down. Peace.
Black man got a lot of knowledge, righteousness, and he's trying to, better help enlighten the community, the black community specifically. You understand me? So he solidified it. After this, I already know Polight don't have no righteousness, man. And I put it in the universe. Michael Noak, a.k.a. Brother Polight, life will be miserable until he give me my money back, until he make amends on giving me my money back, man.
I feel like going back and forth with you. Don't you know this man played Ghost for almost in that 9 months, man? It was like 3 months. Polight just went totally ghost. I have to text Polight 2 or 3 times to get one text message back. I gotta call Polight 100 times just to get one phone call back. He was just playing these games, man. So once the situation came back up, and we were talking to him. I was talking to him the other day. If you go on his Facebook page, when I was on the phone with him, it's like, yo, I'm so done with your bullshit, bro. It's no reason for me to go into this situation with you or that situation with you. Unity in the black community, but at the same time,
that's who you're praying upon.
Yeah, like, why would you do that, bro? And people like, oh, well, he just gave the money back. 9 months later, imagine if I come to you and say, give me $15K and I'm going to give it to you back in 30 days. Or if I'm going to give it back to you in 60 to 90 days. And in 60 to 90 days, we can't find you. And it takes you another 9 months for you to just give us our money back. That
Polight scammed me. When I first got out of jail, I didn't know nothing about no college community, none of that. Polight scammed me for $550, and I was gonna get at that nigga over $500. So, if you ain't get at that nigga over 15 racks,
like I said, it disgusts me. It really disgusts me because I thought they were a better morale and character than that. And I don't like the fact that they tried to prey and attach themselves to me to continue to harm people that I love to protect and support. And I thought that was really disgusting. At that point, I no longer want to associate myself in any type of collaboration or partnership or friendship with that family. And I feel like it's really important that people know, because I'm still getting messages and emails of people that he's taking money from, and he's giving them the same okie doke. And so I was like, you know what, Pharaoh, it's time that I just sit here and be like, you guys can't do this. So for everybody that's coming in here and finally get on YouTube, this was my experience, and I can proudly and strongly suggest that nobody should be supporting this man financially in any capacity. Like, if he's trying to sell you something, then you probably don't need to include yourself with it. Like, there are YouTube where he does say some really awesome things. However, we need to start asking very critical questions if we want to buy anything from that man. And I'm telling you, there's nothing that you need to buy from that man.
that's right.
You just don't end up like everybody else trying to figure out where your coins went and why you didn't receive the services or product that you thought you were paying for.
Period.